everyone, welcome to Kahliya. This is Mia. I'd like to prepare the space a little bit. Lavender. Can you smell it? Okay. I hope you're doing well. Energy is a little bit intense towards the full moon tomorrow on the 16th and lunar eclipse. As usual, this is specifically designed, created to shake us up and to bring up, if you're feeling the pull, if you're feeling emotional, if you're feeling challenged, anxiety, stress, the energies are designed to pull out of us once again that which does not serve us. All lower vibrations, all kinds of limiting patterns, old wounds, lower emotions, anger, pain, resentment. You have been already clearing, healing, releasing, and maybe even already working on forgiveness recently. I know that. And if you have been doing the work, then you also know that whatever has been coming up is related to old wounds. We've talked about that. I've talked about that in recent videos and blog posts. Once again, I'd like to remind you that I totally recommend to read the blog posts as well, as I post almost every day, and what I write is interrelated with what I speak about and vice versa, so you're invited to follow the blog as well. The link will be in the description box below. So, you may have heard this more than once, but the thing is that this is a process and it is done in layers. If you have had troublesome events recently, then you have had a process of healing, and you can follow it through and see that there were, different stages of emotions that come up. Pain, anger, then bouts of positive, assertive energy that wanting to heal and move forward, and then again something will trigger you and bring up, more of the pain that lingers inside or the anger. Like I said before more than once, this is deep, because all this has done has triggered old wounds. And so these old wounds that are deeply held within for so long need phases and phases of healing and clearing, especially related to when and how you've started to consciously heal this. So don't worry about it, if it comes in stages, then take it as it comes, go with it. Just be very conscious about it and take a good look at what comes up for you at this time, which emotions come up. And each phase also brings about more clarity. So at this point you will understand even deeper connections to and deeper understandings of what this may have done, what this may have stirred within you, and more understanding about the older events, and more understanding about how this affects you and how you may have created limiting patterns for yourself in your existence in ways that limits your light and the manifestation of your higher path and your higher self to come about and to express itself. So this is important work. It's sacred work. Please, I know that it can be very stressful, but please look at the blessing. Just swim in this and just shed another layer. Accept what is going on. Accept what is presented to you. This is what it's all about. To be able to find that peace that you're looking for, you have to find an acceptance of what is and what is not, which is also what is. Whatever is there before you, if it is these emotions that come up, and if it is still your disappointment in others, I'd like to read to you the card that I pulled today. I'd like to remind you that these cards are Kahliya's Soul Inspiration message cards, and they are available for purchase in Kahliya's online shop. The link will be below. There's another thing I'd like to remind you, and I keep forgetting to say at the beginning of these videos, is that these videos and the articles are timeless. They are not time specific. They do follow up on the current energies, but at the same time, all these issues are important issues that we encounter in our lives, throughout our lives. So if there is an important message for you at a certain time and something just kind of pulls at you from the videos or from the messages, take a look and see, maybe that will be a message specifically for you at that specific time. Okay, so let me read the message that I pulled today. Amidst all darkness, remember who you are. Even as there will be those who will not see your light, remember who you are. Even as there will be those who will continue to fight, remember who you are. Even as you even as you may feel at times defeated and depleted, remember who you are. Be thy light and shineth unto others, for as you continue to shine, they too shall remember who they are. Okay, now I'd like to talk to you today about acceptance. Like I said, acceptance of whatever is coming up for you now, either within or without, in your surroundings. Obviously, whatever comes up from within is also connected to events and other people. Either the events that may have occurred recently or the older events, because they are all representing the same issues that you are dealing with. Like I said, take a good look at it and find peace in accepting the emotions that arise. Allow yourself to move through them so that you can heal. And release. Don't run away from whatever is coming up. If you find another wave of pain, of sorrow, or of anger regarding a recent issue with a person or a situation, move through those emotions, take a good look at what that is for you. Breathe into them. And strive to see who you truly are, because who you truly are is not what has occurred. And if you feel disappointed in others, find acceptance in who they are at the moment. Or at that moment, if we're talking about older wounds, and whoever they are showing themselves to be at that moment of occurrence. Find acceptance in them doing whatever they found that they can do based on their understanding, even if that means hurting you, even if that means that it is in total contradiction to the way you understand things to be. Find acceptance. Understand that they are on their journey. And they are moving the way they know how. If anything, if you present your anger, you will be blocking the possibility for you to move forward towards more of your light, and you will be blocking their possibility to flow easier towards their light. The best that you can do for yourself and for others is to heal and to move higher towards more of your light. I'm sorry, I don't know, the camera keeps blurring, so please bear with me. That is the best that you can do for yourself and for these other souls, because by being more of your light, you can present an inspiration for them to follow. By lowering your energy into further conflict, you're not serving neither yourself nor them. No one. Do not lower your vibration. Deal with what it triggers in you. Allow it to surface in a safe, sacred space for you alone. And deal with the emotions and find ways to work with these emotions. If you need to express them, if you need to write, do some physical activity to release them, do breathing work, meditation, dance, music. Anything that allows you to work through these emotions and to release. Keeping all the time within you the vision of your higher self, striving to evolve and to reach higher once you let go of these lower vibrations. Also looking at whatever has been built up inside you, because this is one of the major opportunities for times like this. These shake-ups, these intense energies are created to shake us up, for us to transform, to reach a certain peak of intense emotion, so that we can see that this is not who we are, so we can see that this is not where we want to be in our vibration. And many times as humans here on earth, we need this intense shake-up to wake up and to rise higher. So take the opportunity to make the link with whatever you have been hanging on to during your life, whatever you have been creating as a false support system based on these lower vibrations and limiting version of yourself. This is an extreme opportunity for you to release all of that, but to be able to release it and create the new you, which is actually the real you, you need to understand what you have built. You need to understand why they are lingering in you. You need to understand what you have created, what you are hanging on to, and what is needed to be released. So this is why it's a process, and this is why we go through layer and layer and layer, because each time you gain more clarity and you're able to see much more of who you are, much more of who you wish to manifest of your higher self, and much more of who you were hanging on to as a limited version of self. And you get to see much more with your better understanding along time, much more of these people, much more of what is making them tick and why they are acting from their limited version of themselves. Okay, so all this understanding is food for your evolution. Use it to your advantage. And today I want to ask you to find a place of acceptance. Acceptance is the peace you are looking for. Once you accept all that is, once you accept whatever has been done, once you accept people for their weaknesses, for their understanding and their level of awareness at any given moment, once you accept yourself for being in those situations, because you are growing with your understanding, and you too will no longer attract those situations. So you too are accepting yourself for being in these situations, and you are accepting your growth, and you are accepting others, their journey. You are accepting where you are at the moment. If you feel a certain frustration because you'd like to be out of all of this and already in the new you, you're almost there. The more you are dedicated to this journey, the more you are aware, the more you accept the process, the more you see the growth rather than the burdens, then the easier you will flow forward and upward. So accept where you are today. Accept whatever you see in front of you as what is. Breathe into that. Find peace in your situation. And as you find peace, there is no resistance. There is no inner conflict. And that allows you to flow much quicker and much easier into your growth. Don't enter not only conflict with others, don't enter conflict with yourself. Accept. And wish others only the continuation of their journey towards the light, to find their way. Relieve them of your anger. Relieve them of your resentment. And especially relieve yourself. Because these emotions create an attachment to these people and to these situations, and you keep carrying it along with you on your journey, and you don't want that, do you? Just release it all. Be at peace. Let go of it all. See these people in compassion. See them trying the only way they know how. And if anything, bless them. Wish them to move towards their light. And wish yourself to move towards your own light. We are all walking back home towards the light. And so it is. Amen. I will leave you with that. I sincerely hope that I may have brought you a little bit of peace within the energy of today and these days, because I know that it's a little bit intense, but please find the peace. If you'd like to share anything about your journey, you're welcome to share in the comments below. Please like this video. The only reason I'm saying this is because the more you click like, the more it can move into cyberspace and reach others that may need to hear this. And subscribe if you feel like sharing the journey. If you're interested in a private consultation with me, the link will be below. Otherwise, I send you much, much love and many, many blessings of light.